The Jedi Temple, home of the Jedi Order and a staple of the prequel trilogy. With its massiveness and elegance, it was a place on Coruscant where people could look up to for hope. However, after the fall of the Republic and the Jedi Purge, what became of the esteemed superstructure? As the fires burned through the night, citizens of Coruscant watched in shock as the symbol of the Jedi was engulfed in flames. A senatorial body called the Senate Emergency Response declared martial law in Coruscant, locked down the temple, and closed the surrounding skylines, redirecting all traffic away from the district. Coruscant Rescue Ops were forbidden from extinguishing the flames cremating the temple, and any ship attempting to approach the temple were assumed to be doing so with treasonous intent. The Coruscant security force joined the clones in tracking down fleeing Jedi. The entire affair was taped and recorded from afar by numerous outsiders. The burning temple was flashed across the holonet constantly. Such coverage continued into the days following Operation Nightfall. These broadcasts, however, were vague, not releasing any explanations while spouting speculations as to the statuses of various facets of the Order, leading to much confusion and rampant misinformation. The clones began to count the dead bodies once the temple was pacified. In addition to the Jedi casualties, the entire security force of Jedi Knights had been killed, as well as most of the Jedi security force and temple caretakers present during Operation Nightfall. Before the fires had been doused, an emergency Galactic Senate meeting was called by Palpatine the day after the raid on the temple. During the assembly, he informed the senators of the Jedi's attempt to usurp control of the galaxy and the Knight's events, producing secretly recorded audio footage from his arrest as evidence that the Jedi had tried to depose the Republic's head of state without a warrant. He also told them of the temple's pacification and the clones' effort across the galaxy to wipe out the organization in the wake of the realization. To fully sway the audience to his cause, Palpatine delivered a speech claiming the Jedi had orchestrated the entirety of the Clone Wars to weaken the Republic so that they could take over the galaxy. Palpatine announced that to prevent another such attempt, the Galactic Republic would be dissolved and then reformed as a unified body under his absolute authority as the Galactic Empire. Following the raid, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda returned to the temple to find it in shambles, fires still burning and bodies from both sides of the conflict scattered throughout the halls. Pillars were broken, walls were shattered, entire walkways had collapsed, and the library's bookshelves had been torn to pieces. The duo found that the temple was still fully guarded by clones of a wide variety of clone classifications, including snipers, blaze troopers, heavy gunners, alongside the standard soldiers, some of whom were disguised as Jedi. After fighting their way through many clones, Yoda and Kenobi were able to enter the beacon room. There, Obi-Wan discovered a group of assassins that Vader had left guarding the beacon and dispatched all of them before reconfiguring the beacon to tell Jedi to stay away from the temple. The clones continued cleanup operations after Obi-Wan and Yoda departed, piling Jedi bodies and inventorying them with the archive rosters. They burned the majority of the corpses on the steps of the temple's public entrance. A crowd promptly gathered before the pyre, staring on, confused at the night's events. Several Jedi were amongst the crowd, such as Das Janir, Shaddai Potkin, and Kofi Arana, who came despite the message warning them to stay away. Jedi Master Kai Hudora and a Padawan he had traveled to Coruscant with, Noira Na, had discarded their comlinks and came unaware of the retransmitted message warning them to stay away. One of the Jedi who was in the crowd charged the temple steps, calling for the other Jedi to join him, only to be swiftly shot down by the clones. His death upset those there, and the procession quickly disbanded. Rumors spread like wildfire in the wake of the temple massacre. One such was that because it was not publicly known that they were the same man, Anakin Skywalker had fought with the Jedi to protect the temple from Vader and the 501st. Supposedly, Skywalker had outlived all the other Jedi and faced the Republic onslaught alone, eventually dying while defending a group of children. But we all know how that story really went. Anyway, Anakin was considered to be the best of the entire Order by Nick Rostu, a man who served as an officer in the Republic Army during the Clone Wars. Rostu felt that Anakin's death was the reason why the Republic fell to Palpatine's dictatorship. However, people also believed the newly christened Galactic Emperor Palpatine when he claimed that the Jedi had attempted to dominate the galaxy. He used such remarks to justify the slaughter of the Jedi in the temple and elsewhere as part of the Great Jedi Purge, asserting that the 501st had been dispatched to the temple to reason with the Jedi over their attempt to arrest him. He hailed the clones for killing the traitors without any sort of hesitation when they refused to negotiate and attacked instead. It is rumored that a Sith temple existed before the Jedi Temple was built on top of it, but Sidious eventually made the once dignified home to the Jedi a Sith temple of his own as a symbol that the Jedi were no more and the time of the Sith had returned.